I am pleased that the EU's recent engagement with Tanzania has been intensified, including through holding a good first partnership dialogue in December last year and a visit of Foreign Minister Kombo this year in April. We are convinced that a credible and transparent electoral process in Tanzania is key to consolidate a vibrant and healthy democracy. It unlocks business, trade and investment potential and helps Tanzania make progress towards achieving its long-term development goals. We deplore the arrest of and the charges against Tundu Lissu and the disqualification of his party, Chadema, from participating in the elections.
Welcome once again to Bonita Media. Call me Boniface Owino. And just a quick reminder that if at all we are meeting for the first time, don't forget to go down there, click the subscribe button. You can also like, you can share, drop me a comment in the comment section. You can as well tell me where you're watching from. If I don't know where you're within the country, you can tell me which part of the country you're watching this video from. If at all you are outside the country, you can as well tell me which country are you watching from. You can also drop me the flag of your country or maybe the number of the county, if at all maybe you're watching within the country, so that I can know which county are you watching from. And it's good to tell me the feedback, what you think about the video, what needs to be done and all that, so that you can get the videos the way you need, or maybe the way your heart desires. Because I'm here just because of you, because of your support. That is why I'm here. That is why I keep on posting, because I know that we are engaging each other in the conversation, mostly at the comment section. Now, getting into the topic of discussion today, I will start by saying this, that it is very much wrong to get into the bad book, in a book of bad record, especially the record whereby you find yourself in a blacklist. The way you engage, or maybe the way you interact with the people, tells others about who you are, your characters and all that. A lot of things. What you do to others, what you do to one person or two people, tells a lot of people about who you are, your behavior, your character. Some people may just watch you and keep quiet. There are some who will react. But now the problem is now finding the people that react. A lot of people like or love keeping quiet, but a good person reacts and makes you understand that this way you've done a mistake and all that. Now, recently, the story that has been going viral is the issue of SULUHU, and I think I've done it. I did it the first time. I did the second time. Now this is the third time. Now things that now usema kwamba maji yamemwagika kabisa. Sasa hapa haizi yakazoleka. Yani maji imejaa kikombe inamwagika chini. Imejazwa bado imejaa mitungi inamwagika kabisa. SULUHU thought that maybe what she was doing was good according to her. Maybe she didn't want any opposition. Because why? Because she fears election. That is naked truth. That if you see a president who oppresses or who doesn't want to have any opposition, it means that this person fears election. The other day, I think it was yesterday, that the European Union banned the flights from going to Europe, to European countries. And today they give a statement. Now, I just want to read a part of this statement because according to me, now I've been trying to look at what is the cause, what could have made the European Union or European Commission to ban the air flights from operating within Tanzania and Europe. And I came to understand something. I went back to the month of May, that is 8th, when the European Commission had a meeting. And they talked about, during the time that Tundu Lissu was arrested, was charged, I don't know with what, they made a statement. But before we get into the statement that they made, this is what the European Commission said. The European Commission today updated the safety list, and the list of airlines that are subject to operating in bay or operating restrictions within the European Union because they do not meet international safety standards. Following today's updates, all air carriers certified in and Tanzania have been included on the list and can no longer operate in the EU. Ensuring higher level of air safely to Europeans and all other traveling passengers is at the very heart of the Commission Aviation Safety Policy. This decision is based on serious safety concerns identified during assessment conducted by European Union aviation safety expert. Now that is just a part of it. As you can see, it's going down. But now I just wanted to read that part because that is where now I want us to discuss. That is what I wanted to discuss something from there. My question is this: how long have the Tanzanian airline been operating from Tanzania to Europe? How long? Were they not seeing this issue of safety or of safety measures? No, let us just speak the truth. Was there no commission that would have looked at these safety measures? There was. Why didn't they look at it at that time? Because there is nothing. Maybe there's nothing that had triggered. We want to assume that there's nothing that had triggered this. Now, this one is just an excuse. But now I want us to get into the real thing. There is a statement that was said by the European Union concerning the arrest, the harassment of Tundu Lissu.
Dear IDU friends, the proceedings against Tundu Lissu are politically motivated and they are deeply concerning. The use of criminal law to target peaceful political expression undermines the very foundations of a democratic society. Only days after Tundu Lissu's arrest, our friends from Chadema were barred from participating in the upcoming elections in October. This is unacceptable. A state without genuine opposition is no democracy at all. As the European Parliament outlined in its recent resolution adopted on the 8th of May in Strasbourg, opposition parties and civil society are facing growing intimidation in Tanzania. Opposition meetings have been obstructed, independent media have been banned, and hundreds of political activists have been detained. We as an IDU, we call for the immediate and unconditional release of Tundu Lissu. The Tanzanian authorities must ensure his safety, uphold his right to legal representation, and put an end to the instrumentalization of the judiciary to silence dissent. The wider pattern of politically motivated prosecutions, arbitrary arrests, and harassment must stop, and it must stop now. Our friends from Chadema must be allowed to participate fully in the elections in October. Without a free opposition, there can be no meaningful democratic contest. Elections conducted under the current repressive conditions cannot be considered legitimate. Dear friends, the case of Tundu Lissu is not just about one individual. It is about whether peaceful democratic opposition is still possible in Tanzania. It is about whether political courage, like that shown by our friends from Chadema, will be met with respect and dialogue or with repression and fear. The international community must not remain silent. We owe our voice to our friend Tundu Lissu and to all those in Tanzania who continue to believe in a free, open and democratic.
We talk today about Tundu Lissu. Tundu Lissu is the opposition leader in Tanzania, and he got arrested after having advocated for free and fair elections. And we had high hopes here in the House after Samia Suluhu Hassan has become president of Tanzania, and we hope for reforms in the country. But it appears that it's not a positive way that Tanzania is taking at the moment. We request to the Tanzanian authorities to free him, free Tundu Lissu, to organize free and fair elections, to let the opposition party participate equally in those elections. We request from Tanzania to cherish democracy because we want Tanzania to be a good partner for the European Union so that we can continue our cooperation. Thank you.
And thanks to all of the honourable members for their contributions to this debate. And let me first start by underlining that I am pleased that the EU's recent engagement with Tanzania has been intensified, including through holding a good first partnership dialogue in December last year and a visit of Foreign Minister Kombo this year in April. We are convinced that a credible and transparent electoral process in Tanzania is key to consolidate a vibrant and healthy democracy. It unlocks business, trade and investment potential and helps Tanzania make progress towards achieving its long-term development goals. We deplore the arrest of and the charges against Tundu Lissu and the disqualification of his party, Chadema, from participating in the elections. These concerns were raised directly with Foreign Minister Kombo during his visit by both High Representative Kallis and also European Parliament Vice President Omarjee. I assure you that the EU delegation and EU member states in Tanzania are monitoring closely the political situation, following the legal proceedings and reaching out in different bilateral contacts with the government. While we cannot interfere with the judicial process, we urge the authorities to ensure a fair trial for Tundu Lissu, to respect his fundamental rights and ensure the integrity of the upcoming elections. Let me also stress the EU's strong and principled position against the death penalty in all cases and all circumstances. We call on Tanzania to take positive steps towards its full abolition in line with the worldwide trend. As a long-standing partner of the Tanzanian people with shared common goals, the EU remains committed to supporting dialogue and inclusivity in society for the benefit of all citizens. We are keen to further intensify our constructive dialogue with Tanzania on such matters, also with the support of the European Parliament. Thank you.
Colleagues, Commissioner, Mr. Lissu started his career as a lawyer working on land rights and on the impact of mining in protected areas. His political activity and his exposure of government corruption made him a target for an assassination attempt, followed by several years of exile in Belgium. He returned home to Tanzania. He became a leader of the opposition party, and just last month he was arrested, disqualified for participating in the upcoming election in October, and charged with treason, a crime punishable with a death sentence. This is not a standalone case. It exemplifies the regime's treatment of political opposition, civil society organizations, journalists, indigenous peoples, and human rights defenders. Anyone who poses a threat to the ruling elite is effectively silenced. The EU can and should do more. We should make any future EU investments in Tanzania conditional upon improvements of human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. Embassies and the EU delegation must monitor the trials of those unlawfully detained, and we should increase the funds supporting civil society and indigenous communities. Today, this Parliament stands with Mr. Lissu and with all of those unjustly deprived of freedom in Tanzania. To them we say, you are not alone.
I want you to tell me what you think at the comment section, because I think SULUHU thought that things were going to be very easy. She thought that things will just operate the way she wants them to operate, without understanding or without even knowing that things are not like that. Because the Tanzanian foreign minister, that is Kombo, was warned by the EU, by the European Union, on Tundu Lissu's arrest. And what they needed to do for fair elections to be conducted. But he didn't even tell SULUHU. He didn't even tell SULUHU. Why? Because they're much concerned about power. You know, I don't know why the leaders, I don't know why the president, the leaders that we have right now in East Africa, they're so much concerned about power more than the people. I'm failing to understand that these people are much concerned about power. Like they're into power more than the way they're supposed to be into people. That is where the difference comes from. That is where the difference is. Look at William Samoei Ruto. Look at Museveni, and now look at SULUHU. In fact, go to where? Look at Kagame. Are you seeing? So these guys, these people are too much into power. They think that power is everything. I think East Africa has got a problem. There's a problem in East Africa, completely, with the presidents. Yani, someone wants to be in power until he dies. That is when the person will feel like he or she served. I don't know what to think. Let me just know what you think at the comment section concerning these videos that we've just watched, and why now, I think now you understand why the European Union have decided to ban all the airlines that are going, that are being flight from Tanzania to European countries.